Imagine you're walking down a street and every single person you pass is holding a lottery ticket. They are all convinced, absolutely certain, that they are holding the winning numbers. Right now, if you look at your social media feed, that is exactly what the tech world looks like. Every day, there is a new teenager or 20-something claiming they built an AI startup over the weekend that is making them $10,000 a month. They tell you that artificial intelligence has leveled the playing field, that anyone can be the next Mark Zuckerberg. But there is a very quiet, very expensive truth hiding behind all those viral posts. The truth is, 99% of these AI startups are completely doomed. And they aren't failing because the technology is bad. They are failing because they were built into a trap. Let me tell you a story about how the modern tech industry actually works. Let's say a solo developer builds an app called Write For Me. You type in a topic and it writes a perfect professional email for you. But here is the secret. The person who built Write For Me didn't actually build an artificial intelligence. Instead, they built a thin wrapper. Think of it like a restaurant. When you use their app, you are talking to the waiter. But the waiter doesn't cook the food. The waiter takes your order, runs to the kitchen next door, owned by OpenAI or Google, pays them a few pennies and brings it back to you. At first, this works beautifully. The developer is paying the big tech kitchen a few dollars and charging users a subscription. It's pure profit. Then the app goes viral. Overnight, Write For Me gets 100,000 users. But AI is different. Every single time a user asks that app to write an email, the app has to pay a fee to the massive tech company. It's called a compute cost. And suddenly, the developer gets their server bill. It's not $50 anymore, it's $50,000. Their viral success is what bankrupts them. To understand what's happening right now, we have to go back to the year 1849, the California Gold Rush. Hundreds of thousands of people rushed out west because they heard there was gold sitting in the rivers. A few people found it. But do you know who actually built generational wealth during the gold rush? It wasn't the miners. It was the people selling the shovels, the pickaxes, and the canvas tents. Today, data is the new gold, and the people getting rich aren't the ones building the shiny new AI apps. The startups are taking all the risk, but the shovels are owned by an invisible monopoly. Massive tech giants are the landlords of the internet. When a new AI startup launches and gets $10 million in funding, where does that money actually go? It gets handed straight to Amazon or Microsoft to pay for server costs. It doesn't matter if the startup succeeds or fails. The landlord always gets paid on the first of the month. The tech industry has a term for what happens when a massive company decides to natively build what you've been selling. They call it getting Sherlocked. Take November 2023. For an entire year, a massive ecosystem of AI startups had been built around one specific feature, letting you chat with your PDF documents. In less than 45 minutes, Sam Altman announced that ChatGPT would now allow users to upload PDFs directly. Overnight, the entire business model for hundreds of startups evaporated. Millions of dollars vanished. The founders didn't do anything wrong, but they built their house on rented land, and the landlord decided they wanted the land back. But what if you aren't a small startup? Let's look at Inflection AI. They raised an astonishing $1.3 billion. Their goal was to build a personal AI assistant named Pi. Even with $1 billion, the math of the AI gold rush is merciless. In early 2024, Microsoft effectively swooped in, hired the founders, and Inflection was essentially hollowed out. The pattern is always the same. The wrapper startups get crushed. The foundational models get crushed by compute costs. But Microsoft, Amazon, and Nvidia, the house always wins. So, if the game is rigged, who actually wins? How do you survive the gold rush? You stop selling shovels and you stop panning for gold. You build the rivers. The winners are building deep, complex architectures. They use AI as a single gear in a much larger machine. They solve hard, boring problems that a simple wrapper could never touch. The internet will always celebrate the overnight success. That is the fame. But true wealth and lasting impact isn't built in a weekend. The AI bubble will pop. the tourists will leave, and the builders who own their infrastructure will inherit the internet. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe.